I was going to show, here's where we put this 2x4 up on the inside of there. I ripped a 2x4 long ways down to 1 inch thick where it'll go up inside here. And on here and the metal, all this is going to be E-tracks mounted at a lower level. And then it's going to be where we can raise a bed up. It's going to have a bed on it. And since there's going to be a wall back here, it's going to mount to this wall on one side. And it's going to mount in there, E-tracks on this side, where we can raise the bed all the way up to the ceiling when it's not in use. And we'll put one of these 2x4s cut down to 1x4 on each side of the camper. And you can see where we've got the wires where we want them. We've got it. That one's inside the wall down to the outside receptacle. Now I'm going to start running all the other wires, because right in here is going to be a switch, a control panel. It's going to have like 5 or 6 switches in it, USB charger, regular car cigarette lighter charger, so 12 volts. All the overhead lights will be 12 volts, along with that fan right there. Over in that area will be a composting toilet, which will have a vent in that wall right there, 12 volt vent on the bottom. It's also going to have a shower over there, and then where this tape is on the floor, that's where the counter space is going to start for like the kitchen. And there'll be a wall on that line with a door in it going into the shower area and the bathroom area. And then this, like I said, this over here is going to be like, it's going to have a sink in it, counter space. We're going to have a small refrigerator that kind of built into the counter. And then up there will be a TV mounted on the wall. You can see where I've run the wires over and down. Right there where they stick out will be the switch panel. Come over. These wires will be grounded to the plate up here that grounded the rest of the frame. And then there'll be a light here. I'll tie into these wires. These will go to another 12 volt light over here. Then I'll run another wire over for a 12 volt light right here somewhere. And over there's the ones that go to the stuff over there. Starting to work on the 12 volt now. There is the ground for the ceiling fan, and there'll be a light there. The grounds will be tied into that, and over there is another light to be tied into that. And I have the power wire ran down over there. I've already checked it out with the ground to the trailer itself, and it works. So pretty cool. Getting a little more done. This is just a cool panoramic view of the trailer. I thought was pretty neat. Here she's tidying up the wires, making them real tight up in the ceiling so that they'll be out of the way when we put the ceiling boards up. Get on that end over there. Getting a little bit of help to hold this piece of plywood up there so I can get it where it needs to go and put a couple screws in it. Oh, what you got?
Make this quick.
Pull it this way. Grab it on the very end. There's the first piece of plywood up. So you got those wires all nice and snug up in the corner of the ceiling. Now the next piece will go down through here, and there'll be a can light there and there. The wires are ran. I just have to cut the hole in the piece after I cut it for them to go down in there. And two 12-volt can lights will be in there. That's the hose for the can light. There's the second piece of plywood on the ceiling. You can see all the little gray screws that's up in there. Those go through the plywood, through the slat that's on the ceiling, and into the metal stud that goes across the top of the ceiling. In every single one of them. So I've double screwed them through there so they'll hold. You can see the can lights on there that I cut. The second piece is completely installed now, and I've got the wires pulled down through the can light hose. The next piece may not be so easy. I've got to cut it around this ceiling exhaust fan. Next, I'm going to start working on the fenders I'm going to put on the trailer. Here's the fender, naked the way it comes. And you can see the gaps in between this lip right here and that back. I don't know what you call that goes against the trailer, because there's the front of it. That comes down between the tires. But you can see their little spot welds, how that comes down. The backside comes down to right there. Every once in a while, they'll put a spot weld. Well, I haven't done it to this one yet, but the other one, this one over here, I sanded it all down, and I spot welded all along the outside of it, all the way down through there. Then I sanded the whole back really good, put wax remover on it, and painted it. The inside, I sanded it and more or less scuffed it up and cleaned it with wax and grease remover. And it's all done with rubberized undercoating. And when all that rubberized undercoating dries, I'm gonna paint it black. You see that right there? That is why I wanted to weld those up like I did that one. Because these little spot welds they put down through there don't really hold anything. There's about 3 of them that's popped loose on that. You can see it from the inside. They're nice looking spot welds, but they just don't hold anything. There it is, welded, sanded, cleaned with wax and grease remover, and then painted. The inside of it is also scuffed up, clean, and I will spray rubberized undercoating on the inside. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and hopefully next time we'll have it back at the shop where we have room to work on it. Keep moving forward.